Hey guys, how's it going? Enzyme here, welcome to part 49 of my Tales of Arise playthrough. And in this episode, we're gonna find out what kind of other problems we got in here. These guys have been ruled over by a...
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
By a weeb edgelord for so long that they have forgotten how to be normal.
We can't chase after every little thing.
Alright, this kid needs help. We're probably not gonna help him.
Whoa, that was so scary. Really scary.
Well...
What's wrong? Why are you so afraid? I heard all sorts of strange noises like quackle, wah, splash, splash, howl, whoosh, boom, boom, outside of town. And you left the town? Never go wandering outside where it's not safe, you hear me?
Easy, Rinwell. Kid, you probably spotted a Zoogle. Did you see anything when it made that crackle and roar sound?
It was red and quacky and wowing. Red, oh I get it. He must mean he saw some fire coming out of it.
Fire, of course. So that would mean the splishing and splashing sound is water, the howling sound wind, and the boom sound was you, Rinwell?
Hey!
Why's it gotta be me?
Well, because you're always loud and booming when you're dropping lightning on me and when you get mad.
This little kid wouldn't know anything about that. Boom, boom, you're a boom lady.
Bah, you see what I mean? Even he agrees, and he hardly knows you.
Well, if you two had quite enough teasing me, this dangerous will go out on the loose. Are you gonna make the scary thing go away, lady?
We'll see what we can do.
Got it!
You bet. Don't worry, us grown-ups will take care of it.
If he saw outside of town, where do you think he was? In the Lavtu marshlands. Whatever it is, it sounds like it's gonna be a pain.
Go get him, Balky boy!
Is that your nickname for me or something? Master of Nature. Is that a Rinwell's quest? Defeat the nature manipulating Zoogle. We'll do that later. But first, we need to figure out what's wrong. There's another one. We'll get to that guy later. We need to figure out what's wrong. Let's see. Yeah, check to see if there are any other problems. We need to check to see if there are any other problems. There are other problems. These guys are learning to be normal after so long.
Where are you going?
Since when do I need your permission to move around?
I wasn't saying that you do. Though I'm not sure why you're biting my head off about it either.
Oh, that's so typical of you. How can you be so relaxed about all this? At this very moment, the enemy is doing who knows what behind the scenes. And yet we're just sitting here twiddling our thumbs in Ganeth Harros.
I know that. But our hands are tied right now. What do you want me to do? And what's gotten into you anyway? Is there something you want to say to me, Shion?
Look, you're right. Forget I said anything.
If I said something to hurt you, I'm sorry. But I honestly don't know what I said to upset you so much. I really wish you would tell me.
You don't need to apologize. You didn't say anything. It's not your fault. It's not anyone's fault. Not really.
Then why?
Please just drop it. I don't want to talk about it.
All right. If that's what you want, I won't push any further.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just don't be too hard on yourself, okay?
She's probably upset that nobody can touch over their thrones again. Oh no, someone died. Oh no. Hey, what the hell happened to him? He died from normies. But he's no longer with us. He always looked like he was struggling with his health, but still.
He was so close to finally living like a normal human being too.
Wait!
Damn. Does he have any living relatives? Just his mom. I think she lives in that area over there.
Alright.
Got it. I'll break the news to her.
Having to inform a mother her son died isn't an easy thing to do.
But if not us, then who? That's why we have to find her.
We'll talk to that guy later. Let's try to find this guy's mom. In the inn?
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Well, looks like his mom is not in the inn. Alright, let's go back up.
Happened.
It's hard. It's hard going from being super edgy to trying to being normal. I know from experience.
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am. I have some bad news. It's your son. He's...
Yes.
Oh, it's okay. I know.
You do? Well, then what are you doing?
I have work that must be done today since my son can no longer work.
Oh, it's like this here too, huh?
Alright.
Forget about your work, or better yet, think of tending to your son as your task for today.
Very well. I'll get to work.
How can she think of putting her son to rest as work? Because that's the way people were made to think about every aspect of their lives.
I know she doesn't mean anything bad by it. I know that, but
It looks like she went out of town to take care of her son's body.
That's a little concerning. There's Zoogles roaming around out there. We should follow after her.
Yeah. Back when I was in high school, and
Huh?
I think it
someone's
started.
calling out
I
for
think it
us.
started at
They could
middle
have
school
something they need from us.
when I started getting to be edgy and a dick. I got better. Got better in college. Mellowed out a little bit. I think everyone has one of those phases that they're not too proud of. The blunder years, as we call them.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Judging by the stench, I'd say the animals at the ranch are all grown now.
Back in my high school, there was one guy who had some serious blunder years. I haven't seen him since, but I hope he's gotten more mellow.
Yes.
Then I'll get started. Bring me some fire.
What?
Wait. You intend to burn your child? That's right. That's how you do it. I don't understand. Wouldn't a more formal funeral procession be more appropriate? I'm sorry. Have I done something wrong? Tell me, do you have no custom when the relatives of the deceased may say their final farewells? Not really. How could we have on Dahna? Up until recently, our people were too busy toiling away to think of burial rites. Among Ren, it is customary for relatives to send the remains into the heavens. Why not introduce such a practice to Dahna? We believe that in doing so, the deceased spirit shall join the flow of astral energy that travels the cosmos. We could never do something like that. It's the last chance for the bereaved to see their loved ones. Surely something could be done to honor their memory. But death is a part of everyday living for us, Dadans. Do you think we're really going to ship bodies into space somehow every single day? I simply felt that something more ought to be done. When Minister rode over us, we didn't even know if it was safe to build grave sites. As bodies decompose, they can spread diseases. We didn't have any other choice in how we could bury our people.
Rinwell.
Don't think for a second I've forgiven everything the Renans did to us. tell me, Alpha, do you know why none of us have last names like them? Oh, let me tell you why. It's because we outnumbered them. They denied us our culture to stop us from uniting against them.
Enough.
Your people steal so much from us as it is, and on top of that, you have the goal of trying to make us like you, too. If you hate it so much, why don't you just turn them all hollow?
That's enough. No more. The Negus could strike at any time, and here we are fighting amongst ourselves. We're all aware of the suffering and hatred we all each harbor, but if we're going to coexist, we have to recognize each other's differences. Now that's what we're all working toward together to achieve, to bring an end to this whole system, and to begin to live together side by side. That's what I believe, and why I'm here, and if you think any of you think differently, then be my guest and leave. I'll break down every last barrier, even if I have to do it alone.
Indeed. I sincerely apologize. I consider you a true friend, but it would appear that I have yet to reckon with our people's dark history in earnest.
I'm afraid not.
Renwell, I completely accept the blame in all of this. Words cannot express how very sorry I am for clearly offending you so deeply.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for lashing out at you as hard as I did to Aleem. I guess I'm still working through a lot of emotions. I know you were only thinking about what was best for her son, too.
Rinwell.
Renwell, I'd like you to teach me about the culture and history of this planet. Perhaps that will help us to bridge the gap.
Huh?
Huh? Sure, I don't mind. Could you maybe teach me about Rena then, too, please?
You know, you two are more alike than you realize sometimes. I'm glad we were able to patch things up. We've lost enough good people along the way as it is. Sorry for the distraction. Let's lay your son to rest. We'll do it the Dahna way.
Good.
Yes. Thank you for granting me that task.
Don't mention it. It's the least we could do for you as his mom.
Well, because of all of you, my son's at peace now.
Right.
Rest assured, we intend to build a future for this world that will make him proud.
That little speech you gave back there was pretty impressive, Alvin.
If you call letting your emotions get the better of you impressive, sure.
It made them stop fighting with each other, right? However you managed it, you knocked some sense into Rinwell and Dohalim. And that mother.
Yeah. I can see my decision to travel with you was well made.
Something's eating at you again, huh?
I don't know if I would say that. I mean... Actually, I guess I do have one or two things on my mind. My people, we lived in hiding, so we never really experienced the full extent of Renan oppression. Not directly, anyway. After Almadria killed my mother and father, though, I guess that's when I started hating them so much. The Renans, I mean. But then I think of all those people who were born into slavery. The ones who never even got angry in the first place because it was all they ever knew.
I hear you. Every city we've been to, it's the resistance that gets labeled the troublemakers for having the guts to do the right thing.
When it comes down to it, sometimes I wonder which of us really has the better way.
You can't let your anger eat away at you, Rinwell. But then again, losing your parents that way... Hell, who could really blame you for it if you did? I guess what I'm trying to say is... sorry. Hell, it's hard putting this stuff into words.
No, I get it. You're saying that grief and anger are different than hatred. I never thought of it like that. But hearing you say it, it makes sense. Thanks, Law.
You're welcome?
I can see some ships sailing.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Law and Renwell, Kisara and well, I actually can't see Kisara and Dohalim together at all. But you know, Law and Renwell and Alphen and Shion.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help.
Those ships are in port and ready to set sail.
I think we've helped these people just about as much as we can. They're going to need more long-term aid than we can provide on our own.
You're right. We need to ask the other realms to send help, and fast. Another reason to hurry and find a way out of Ganath Harros.
Agreed. Start looking for a way out tomorrow. For now, we should spend the day resting up while we can.
All right, let's rest up.
What?
Uh-oh.
What's that noise?
Helfin, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
Spaceships are coming. Oh.
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dahna.
Not just into Dahna, but our own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dahna is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelagian.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganath Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dahna, did anyone else see any weird lights shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
Alright, to be perfectly honest, guys, I don't remember seeing the red woman anywhere. I don't remember seeing her. Maybe I'm Renin too, and she's invisible to Renins.
I bet the whole of Dahna's losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelagian seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dahna's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
What do you have to say? When that thing dropped out of Lenegis, the sound. Oh my, I thought the mountains were collapsing. Alright, this guy was useless. What about you, the one wearing a mask? Wow, how very conscientious of them to wear a mask.
You're trying to get to the other realms? Without a sturdy boat, there isn't much you can... Wait, I take that back. I remember one of the elders who recently started talking a little mentioned something. Apparently, back in the day, there used to be a way to get through the Fortland Mountains, but not anymore. What could it have been?
What about you?
You're trying to find a way out to the other realm. Can't say I've ever heard about anything. If we knew about anything like that, we wouldn't have to hunker down in this land.
Where are these Forland Mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshlands.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
Yeah. We didn't notice it the first time because, you know, it was walled off and we weren't able to go because the game, we hadn't gone to this point in the game yet.
I think Hoodle senses something.
But now that it's open, yeah, over here. But now that it's open,
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
yeah, we should check it back in on the ranch. Oh wait, no, I don't want to rest. No, go back. Go back.
Rice, I think. Or wait, what if we used wheat and... No, potatoes. I can't decide.
Are you seriously thinking about food again?
No,
Oh,
I'm
look at
planning
all these
battle
people.
Tactics, huh?
No, we don't
I'll see you
want.
again tomorrow.
We don't want to do this just yet. We want to check out the ranch and then start moving on to the next location, and then we'll rest in the next location.
Days like this are made for fishing.
Days like this are rather loud.
Cows, beef, rat pig, bunny pig, rabbit pig, raise livestock, send to barn, rat pig. More cows for more beef. Alright, let's avoid combat so we can just get to the next area as fast as possible. Oh no! Come on! Oh, they didn't see me. Oh, great. Also, there's an owl here.
Is the blazing sword okay?
A little water's not going to hurt it.
Well, we haven't heard that dialogue in a while.
Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Oh, come on.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
These guys again?
Oh, glory unto Volron!
Lay down your arms and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free.
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Leave the enemy's arc to me!
Come what? Milk the place here! Demon Coming through!
I don't think we're ever going to be able to use Blazing Pillar.
Here, let me help.
Alright.
You going? This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Resonate with the earth.
Here I go!
You're mine!
Rending you apart.
In an instant! Impact drop!
What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cyslodia. Everything all right?
Hmm? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
I don't know when it happened, but we sure are hauling a lot of stuff these days.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Glad to hear I'm not the only one.
We should probably clear some stuff out, like our old weapons we're not using anymore. They must be in pretty bad shape by now.
No way. Those are still good as new with a little polishing. If anything, I'd say all our armor is what's weighing us down.
But that armor's also still good once you fix it up. Besides, better to have too much armor than too little. You can trust me on that one.
Well, what about all these dumb old antiques we're lugging around? If we sell those off, that should lighten our load.
Simpletons such as yourself who can't appreciate the true worth of such things is how precious art vanishes from history.
Pretty art's not gonna save you in a fight, man.
Stop it, you guys! This is no time to...
All I really meant to say is, you can tell how much we've been through by everything we're carrying around. Honestly, that's all.
Oh.
My deepest apologies. It appears that I may have rather overreacted.
Yeah, I guess it's only natural we'd have so many souvenirs by now. I might have been out of line too.
I guess all this stuff really is a sign of how far we've come together.
Yeah, every little piece is its own treasure filled with memories.
Exactly.
To achieve such harmony
Takes a singular will.
Exactly, right? It's not my fault that, you know, all this stuff in my inventory that I'm not selling off. Yeah, you know. They're mementos, souvenirs, exactly.
Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Dahnan master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Dahnan master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Dahnan techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
Well, you heard it from Alphen. Being an employee is not that different from being a slave. So quit your job, guys. Alright, that's going to be it from me. So next time, we're going to go into this path and see if we can't get to Cislodia, wherever it is that we're going. Alright, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.